Hello, hello, Mystic GLoLady here. It has been too long since I have done any divination readings. It's been a year and a half that I have taken a hiatus in order to finish my civil rights lawsuit that's now in the Supreme Court, and I've also started going back and seeking higher education. So I've been up to a whole lot of things, and I hope that you have been creating as well. My Patreon GLoLady site is up and almost ready to run. I have my inspirational wallet size photos for download, and also my healthy hippie hemp oil blends and other essential oil blends, as well as tools of the trade. There's lots of different support levels, so I hope to see you on my site, GLoLady, on Patreon. I'll put a link below. And now, on to your readings. Woohoo! Sagittarius. This is your divination reading for June 2017. And it's going to be so nice to have a full moon on the 9th shining down on top of you, considering that Saturn is there. Saturn is there retrograde at 25 degrees, going back into 23 degrees. That moon, your emotions on top of you. What lessons do you need to learn with Saturn being on top of you? Is it dealing with finances? Because Pluto is retrograde in your second house of finances. 19 degrees going back into 18 degrees. What lessons do you need to learn? Okay, that full moon on the 9th is going to highlight, and then it's going to be moving in and going past Pluto in your second house. It's going to be shining down on top of there next month. So what is it? What is it that you need to learn? What lessons do you need to learn in dealing with finances and possessions? We know that you are a fun-loving, happy-go-lucky, but does that mean that it has come at a price? In your third house, you have the energy of Aquarius. Communications, short distance travels, anybody, anywhere, bring it on. Oh yeah. Now, in the fourth house, Neptune is there. Neptune, illusions, delusions, is going to be going retrograde on the 16th, and it's going to end the month at 14 degrees, or it's not going very far in the month of June, or for a while, for that matter, because it's going to be staying there, going back over your home and illusions and delusions. And what is a home to you? With Chiron there, that wounded healer, have you had many homes? Or the idea of a home, you keep trying and trying and trying to figure out exactly where that home is going to be. Do you have multiple homes? Or do you just go as home is where the heart is? Okay. Is that what it is? You would just like to sell all your possessions and go? Or do we just think about it? What kind of wounds dealing with your home do you have to look at? And how do you deal with them? Write them down, forgive, burn, throw to running water, let it go. Okay? Too much junk in the trunk. You're going to break down. Dealing with your home life, going back, you know, how far back into your childhood do you have to go to identify that first hurt, that every other hurt compounded upon it ever since you have been born? Okay? Chiron going over your house. What is it with your home? Pisces. Pisces is that planetary, or I'm sorry, the constellation, the influence that's in there. They flip, the flop. Where is your home? What is your home? Who is your home? Home is where that heart is, as you roam. So as we go into Aries in the 5th house, the beginning of starting new things, fun, creativity, sex, children, it doesn't mean that it's always going to last. It's always going to continue on. Could that be why they say Sagittarius has numerous until they find one, that they can be fickle until they find that special one? It's because Aries is in there? That might be something to consider, being that Gemini is in your 7th house, Gemini communications, and it has to be balanced in the 11th house of hopes, wishes, friends. Interesting, isn't that, Sagittarius? Now, as I said, in the 5th house, we have Venus at 24 degrees. Lovin', lovin', go out and have fun, and lovin', okay? What are new ways that you can go? You've tried different ways, and some things really just did not work. So, what kind of new ideas do you have for going out and having fun and finding something that you really enjoy, that it's not going to be a once and done time? Now, as Venus moves into your 6th house with Taurus in there, your 6th house of work, service, health, daily routine, and Venus is going to be there until the 24th, or I'm sorry, it's going to end the month at 24 degrees. Okay, so you have to do something that you enjoy. Your work has to be something that you love doing. Mercury in there at 19 degrees at the beginning of the month. If you don't like what's going on in your work, you better open up your mouth and communicate at the beginning of the month. Okay, don't keep it in. When we keep things in, that's what make us sick, okay? That dis-ease within. So say what you mean what you say, just don't say it mean. Because Mercury is going to be moving into your 7th house of relationships on the 7th. And there again, it's Gemini. So Mercury and Gemini, let's talk about some relationships, and not just relationships, but partnerships. Is there a partnership? Is there a work partnership that you need to communicate regarding? The new moon on the 23rd, new beginnings with relationships. The sun shining down, communicating, 10 degrees on top at the beginning of the month. Mars at 27 degrees at the beginning of the month. Wow, you're going to be doing a whole lot of things dealing with relationships, partnerships, and the new beginnings that are coming up on the 23rd. As we have the sun going to be moving into Cancer on the 22nd, you also have Mercury moving into Cancer on the 22nd also. Whereas the sun is only going 8 degrees, you have Mercury that is flying 18 degrees. You also have Mars moving up before you on the 5th and ending the month, on the 5th and ending the month at 16 degrees. All right, so Mars is already in there. And we have the 8th house with Cancer, and it's other people's money, death, inheritance, taxes. So what kind of work is going to be coming up after the 5th? What kind of communications? What kind of attention is needing to be done dealing with other people's money in the month of June? Keep your eyes out, and I will talk a little bit more about that. Okay, all right, I'll do it now. Oh, I was going to go to the 9th, 10th, but the 11th and saying, whoa, look at me, I got Jupiter in here. I got Jupiter in Libra. I have some balance going on. Uh-oh. It's in retrograde. Okay. Jupiter in retrograde, dealing with balance. Where is that balance that you have to address? Where is that balance that is needed? Because Jupiter is going direct on the 10th. So Jupiter is that expanding. So as we were talking about at the beginning with Libra, the hopes, the wishes, the friends, the associates, what do you need to look at? Because we have a few things like Mercury that's going to be coming up there, and Mercury is going to be squaring Jupiter towards the end of the month. All right. You have Pluto that just got done squaring. And it's like, what needs to be addressed? Because once Jupiter goes direct and you already have Pluto retrograde, well, we better deal with it now because that lesson's going to come up and we don't want it to slap your face. Okay? That's a biggie. We don't want hard lessons. I mean, some people are masochistic and they have lessons that are difficult in order to enjoy that pain. Now, whether that is because they were brought up and that pain was associated with love, maybe that was the only attention that was shown when that person was a child. So that is what is that? Pavlov's theory? How to teach a dog to salivate? By just putting something there. Oh, here's a little bit of love and it's pain. And yeah, it's sad, but there are some people who are brought up and it's not in a good way. But there again, out of bad comes good. So how do you choose to look at it? Have you used that compost in life to make the best fertilizer for growth? Or have you composted and become more of a gas, of a toxic gas? So that infection, you have Scorpio in the 12th house, okay? The 12th house secrets, institutions, jails, hidden enemies, the energy of Scorpio. Keeping it all in, keeping those secrets in. You need to get them out, okay? When we hold that in, when we have too much junk in the trunk, we cannot drive forward, especially when we look in a rearview mirror. So get rid of, identify. Identify is the only way you can find problems. You have Leo in the 9th house of long distance travel, higher learning. Okay? Don't just talk about going. This time, do. Think about those long distance travels and make actions to do them. Okay, Uranus in there in the 5th house of creativity. Where is it that you wanted to go? What is it that you wanted to do? Don't limit yourself. You have Virgo in the career house in the 10th house, and Virgo likes to be organized. It's analytical. So your career, how can you organize? How can you organize? And well, I guess that's what that thing is with you and loving to go and have fun in your career. Your career has to be fun loving, otherwise you're not going to be happy. I mean, you're not going to be happy. Your career has to be the way that you want it. You like to be happy in your work. If you are not happy in your work, it will affect your health. And with Venus transiting and Mercury there, open your mouth. Open your mouth to the things that you do not like being done regarding your career, your work. Okay? So open up, get it out. Get it out, have fun. You know, the start of Venus in there in the fun house. Go have fun. Go have fun for once in your life. Okay, Sagittarius? I know, the pot calling the kettle black. Go have fun for once in your life. Anyhow, you can go over to Patreon, my GLoLady site on Patreon, and you can have fun over there. I have different support levels, and my Patreon fans get to see my videos uploaded quicker. And I think I'm going to keep my tarot over on there. I'm not quite sure, but I have all kinds of other goodies. So check me out over there. And as I said before, have fun. New beginnings coming up. Full moon on top of you. Oh, yes, Sagittarius. Let's change or be changed. You have a good one. Blessed be. See you. Love you. Bye.